Imagine a giant cargo ship loaded with thousands of containers carrying things like cars, clothes, and electronics headed for Georgia. To make its journey, it has to travel up the Savannah River and unload at the Port of Savannah, one of the busiest gateways for trade in the United States. Making sure ships like this can reach the port safely and efficiently is the story behind the Savannah Harbor Expansion Project, or SHEP, and why it's such a big deal for Georgia's economy. For centuries, Savannah's port has played an important role in Georgia's economy, but it hasn't always been a powerhouse. That started to change in the 1990s. Bigger and heavier ships were crossing the oceans, and Savannah wanted to be ready to welcome them. These ships sat lower in the water, which meant they needed more space underneath to move safely without getting stuck. But to do that, Savannah needed to dig deeper, literally. In 1994, Savannah's river channel was deepened to 42 feet. That worked for a little while, but then came a game changer, the Panama Canal expansion. Suddenly, massive new ships, some up to 3 times bigger than before, were in operation. To keep up with other ports, Savannah once again needed a deeper river. Before any dredging could begin, the idea of deepening a portion of the Savannah River had to be carefully studied. In 1996, the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers recommended a closer look at whether a deeper channel would benefit trade and what impact it might have on the environment. Those studies eventually shaped what became the Savannah Harbor Expansion Project. The plan? Deepen the river from 42 feet to 47 feet at low tide and extend the harbor entrance further out into the Atlantic. With Savannah's natural 7-foot tidal swing, ships would have up to 54 feet of water to maneuver at high tide. That 5 extra feet may not sound like much, but it meant ships could carry about 1,000 more containers per trip and navigate the channel during more hours of the day. Still, turning the plan into reality was anything but simple. Years of environmental studies, funding challenges, and political negotiations followed before dredges finally got to work in 2015. By 2022, the project was complete, a process more than 25 years in the making. So why does this matter? Because the Port of Savannah isn't just important for Georgia. It's important for the entire country. Tens of thousands of American businesses use it to move their products all over the world. And the expansion supports hundreds of thousands of jobs and pumps billions into Georgia's economy. Today, Savannah is home to one of the busiest ports in the U.S., handling millions of containers each year. With bigger ships coming into the Port of Savannah, exporters can transfer goods in larger volumes and reach overseas markets faster. For American consumers, it means everything from electronics to clothing gets where it needs to be more efficiently. The Savannah Harbor Expansion Project proves that even a few extra feet of depth can transform Georgia's connection to the global economy. And as ships grow larger and trade keeps expanding, Savannah may one day need to deepen its waterways again. So the next time you go shopping, remember, many of those products likely passed through Georgia's Port of Savannah.